know, that's a lot right there, but not 10 miles from there, so I can almost walk here and probably have. And this is a really historic day, not only for this, but going back to the history of some of these buildings. This is something that we want to recognize too. And we also want to recognize the fact that community, both the borough and the people who live here. Now this place would be a very, very different place if it wasn't for Bryn Athyn. I benefit by it. Every morning when I wake up, I look across those acres of open space that would not be that far gone but for people of Bryn Athyn. And so everyone, all people within miles of here benefit by that open space, and walk the trails and experience what it was like 200 years ago. That would not have happened without Bryn Athyn. It's only, 1,300 people population, but you have a lot of good influence as well with the activity, not only the open space defense act, which I've been using pretty regularly, but also educational leadership that you take and open your doors to all people. And you're really, and I just see that college, that university growing and growing and growing in influence and everything that you just see it having tremendous impact. We're fortunate to have that there as well. And you can go on and on and on about the influence that the borough's had. Even though it's small, it's a small municipal corporation, I guess they call it, that I represent. Everybody knows it, and it's our pleasure to be here today and recognize the borough for their accomplishments and the fire company. And let me just talk a little bit about the fire company as well, because they're out there protecting us, going in places that most people are going the opposite way. They're going into the fire. We're going the other way. They've been very, very diligent in their service here for over a century, keeping people safe in this particular area.
We even visited your house a couple of years ago.
Well, exactly. It was kind of late. It was 3 o'clock.
It was 3 o'clock in the morning. That's exactly right. I remember.
All right. I remember too.
You got the golf clubs out. That's important. Your son, I was there. Your son was pulling the golf clubs out.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know, but my house burned down in the middle of the night not too long ago, and we got out. I got to the barns that went off on the ribbon coast, and I just got out. There's a whole cloud of dust and stuff. Now I know why people die when they inhale that smoke. I know now why they did. I never understood that, but I know now. Right behind us. And then my son, who was living with us at the time, said, why don't you go back in? I said, no, you don't go back in. Get back here. They went in, he disappeared in the smoke, and he came back after about 2 or 3 minutes and just got him. So I've been a beneficiary of also the fire company as well. And so I have a graduate recommendation both the borough, the Centennial Anniversary, and the fire company. And it basically says, therefore, the Senate of Pennsylvania law graduates the borough for that on the choice of the resolution to continue with prosperity. It has been to the Senate, sealed the Senate, signed by the Senate Secretary. We actually vote on these resolutions, and the past unanimously. One, two, three, the past unanimously. And it's my pleasure and honor to present both the borough and the farm company these citations. There should be more, but used to be louder than I could possibly be. Thank you so much. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Take it to the place and say we can talk. You can take a photo. We're going to go that way. No, bring your back.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for inviting us here today. I know you're standing in the rain, so I'll try and be brief. It's a great honor to serve Bryn Athyn in Harrisburg. On the way over today, over Byberry Road, I was just thinking a little bit about Bryn Athyn and the 100-year history. I'm sure you know that the name Bryn Athyn was intended to mean Hill of Unity or cohesive hill. And I was thinking that Bryn Athyn has truly lived up to that expectation, to that mission, because this is truly a very, very tight, cohesive community. This community has a lot of attributes and a lot of qualities to which other communities across Pennsylvania and across our nation aspire. Every community wants to be as tight and as supportive as the people of Bryn Athyn are of one another. And I just think that is really, really great. And it's a great, as I said, it's a great honor to represent you in Harrisburg. And some of the great things about this community include certainly your leadership, your mayor, borough council, borough manager, Nikki Trost, and it's great to work with them. I know how devoted they are to you. And it's great to see someone who was born and raised in Bryn Athyn, like Clay McQueen, who's now Commissioner Lower Moreland Township, serving in that capacity. But certainly this community exudes honor and strength and also patriotism. People in Bryn Athyn have served in every armed conflict in which our nation has participated, including Tristan Smith, who gave his life in the war in Iraq. For whom Huntington Pike, as it goes through the borough of Bryn Athyn, is named. So I also have a citation from the House of Representatives that I would like to present to the mayor. Mr. Mayor, congratulations. Thank you.
And now I'd like to ask our former mayor, my favorite mayor, Mylan Johnson, to say a few words.
Very few words. It's great to be here, and I want to thank two representatives here, Senator Greenleaf and Representative Conrad. They always show up. They are such supporters of this borough. They have done a great job. And I also want to acknowledge David Robertson, who raised your hand. Back in the days of council when I was there, I would occasionally remind people, and we need to be reminded again, that 25% of the land acre of our 2 square miles, 25% of our acreage is under the stewardship of the Pennypack Trust. So we owe Dave and the Pennypack Trust a great deal for what they're doing for this area and the borough specifically. But I just want to mention one other name, because this trail would not have happened had it not been for Josh Shapiro when he was chairman of the commissioners. And he was very active. He is very active. And after more than 30 years of wrangling and nothing getting done with the Rails to Trails project, Josh Shapiro made it happen right away at no cost to the borough. $16 million was spent, and they recycled the rails and the ties, and we are the beneficiaries. And people are so fortunate to have this trail. We're so fortunate to have this borough, this 2 square miles that is surrounded by urban and suburban communities. And we have to remind ourselves how fortunate we are. We are blessed to live here in this borough.
Thank you, Harlan. I'm going to be the last one to speak. Vicki said to keep it under 3 minutes. It's 1 minute and 56 seconds, so bear with me. Good afternoon, everyone. We are here today to celebrate the founding and incorporation of Bryn Athyn Borough 100 years. Bryn Athyn was founded on the principle that people can work, live, and worship together as a community. As a borough of 1,200 people and 300 plus homes, we still carry on that tradition. As the world changes, so do we. People sometimes ask me, how is Bryn Athyn different from other communities? My reply is that we all work together for the same goal of continuing the principle of living together in harmony. As Harlan alluded to, Bryn Athyn used to be a closed community where the community maintained solidarity. Boy, have things changed in the last couple years. There have been great people that have gotten Bryn Athyn to where it is today. And the people of Bryn Athyn have elected the current Borough Council to continue that tradition. I have the privilege of working with some of the most talented and dedicated people in our community and the many different hats that I wear. With a small community like Bryn Athyn, some of us have to wear different hats at different times. Some people say that that may be a conflict, that we represent different organizations. But I say if we keep the vision of doing the right thing for Bryn Athyn, that conflict goes away. There are many people that keep Bryn Athyn the community where we all want to live. My association on Borough Council to carry on the vision of our forefathers of keeping Bryn Athyn a desirable place to live. As we look back over the 100 years and we see where we have been, it is our job on Borough Council and local government to see where we'll be 100 years from now. There will be challenging times for us ahead. With over 50% of our community in open space or educational institutional use, the fiscal running of Bryn Athyn falls on a smaller group and becomes an increasing issue with government and our citizens. Looking to cooperate and share these resources with our surrounding communities, I think we can overcome these challenges that we may face. I am so proud of the relationships that we've built with our surrounding communities. The trail over here is one of the example of the hard work that our 2 communities working together with the county to create a beautiful trail where hundreds of people a day enjoy a refuge from the infringing urban communities around us. In the words of Theodore Roosevelt, this country will not be a good place for any of us to live in unless we make it a good place for all of us to live in. Thanks to the Centennial Committee and Vicki and their group for putting this on today, and thanks for everyone for coming out. Quick announcement before we disperse. For those of you that have bought lunches over there, if you paid for them ahead of time, take your ticket and go get them. There are lunches available. If you haven't bought tickets, if you bought tickets through the office, see Vicki, she'll have a ticket for you, but we're already paid for those. And the mill is open across the bridge. If anybody wants to go across the bridge and see the mill is open. And everybody else, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thanks for coming out.
Hello.
This is called the Wawa Ring.
It would take our litter with us.
2014. As many you need. Bankers and lawyers and teens. Teens who can trace a computer's wild spaces. This time it has no place for me. I got a job